A thick, dark jungle shrouded in fog. Dense, gnarled trees rise ominously, their twisted branches looming like claws in the dim light. Few dared to enter the cursed jungle, a place where whispered legends warned of shadows that moved and whispers that echoed even when no one else was near. The trees themselves seemed to twist and turn, their shapes like ancient guardians against those who would trespass. But tonight, a young researcher, driven by curiosity and obsession, dared to tread where others had fled. Our protagonist, a young woman with a flashlight, steps cautiously along the damp forest floor. Suddenly, the shadow of a decrepit mansion looms ahead through the mist. There it was, hidden deep within the jungle. The mansion stood like a forgotten relic. Its shattered windows and peeling walls were signs of years of neglect, yet it seemed alive, as if waiting for its next visitor. With shaky breaths, the girl pushes open the door, which creaks loudly, revealing a dark, abandoned hallway. Her flashlight illuminates fragments of cobwebbed furniture and old, faded paintings. As she stepped inside, the door creaked shut behind her, trapping her in a world long forgotten. The stench of decay filled the air, and an unnatural silence settled, thick and suffocating. Every footstep echoed, each one louder than the last. The air grows cold, and she shines her flashlight on a dusty mirror. Her reflection stares back, but a shadow moves just behind her. A chill ran down her spine. She felt something watching her, but each time she turned, there was only silence and shadows. When she gazed into an old mirror, her own reflection seemed different, as though something sinister lurked just out of view. As she moves deeper down the hallway, her flashlight flickers. Suddenly, it reveals a decayed hand reaching out from the darkness. She stumbles back, the flashlight blinking erratically. Her flashlight flickered, casting erratic shadows across the walls. For a brief moment, a decayed, skeletal hand reached out from the darkness, vanishing as quickly as it had appeared. But the image lingered, burned into her mind. She stands frozen, heart pounding, as faint footsteps begin echoing in the corridor. They grow louder, coming closer, but no one is visible. Then, the sound of footsteps, faint at first, echoed from the shadows. Slowly, steadily, they grew louder, coming closer with each second. She held her breath, but there was no one, only the relentless sound growing nearer. She finds a door slightly ajar, leading to a dusty, candle-lit room with strange symbols scrawled on the walls. Her flashlight catches the glint of an old, mysterious book. Through an open doorway, she glimpsed a room lit by a strange, flickering candle. Symbols of unknown origin covered the walls, and at the center lay an ancient book, its pages yellowed and edges burned. A feeling of dread filled her, as if the room itself were alive. As she approaches the book, the pages begin to turn by themselves. Shadows in the room seem to grow darker and more alive. She watched, horrified, as the book's pages turned on their own, each one revealing symbols and words she couldn't understand. The shadows seemed to thicken, reaching out toward her, as if eager to pull her in. In the dim light, a pair of eyes suddenly opens in the darkness behind her. She senses it too late. Turning around, her flashlight reveals a decayed face staring back at her. A presence loomed behind her. She turned, and there it was, a face decayed, hollow eyes staring back at her with a hunger that seemed endless. Her scream echoed, swallowed by the darkness. The flashlight falls to the floor, illuminating nothing but dust as the screen fades to black. And then, silence. She was never seen again, but her screams lingered, lost within the mansion's cursed walls, waiting for the next unlucky soul.
Before you leave, don't look back. The darkness of Midnight Frights lingers here, waiting to pull you into the shadows. Subscribe if you dare, but beware, once you're in, the stories will never let you go.